Let me take you back, not to a battlefield, not to a throne room, but to a road that began with a whisper and grew into a roar. A road that would one day connect for 1,000 miles of desert, mountains, rivers, and empires. It began with silk. We start in Han Dynasty China. Around the year 138 BCE, the emperor's name was Wu of Han, young, ambitious, and curious about the lands that lay beyond the western deserts. Raiders from the steppes had been tormenting his borders, the Xiongnu, fierce warriors with fast horses and no loyalty to anything but their clans. Wu wanted allies, and so he sent a man. His name was Zhang Qian. He was a court official, barely known to history until now. Zhang Qian rode west with a small entourage through the narrow gates of the Gansu corridor into the unknown. The deserts of western China are cruel and endless. The Taklamakan, its name means you go in. You don't come out, but Zhang kept riding. Captured by the Xiongnu for 10 years, treated like a ghost. Most men would have turned back. He didn't. He finally escaped and reached the Fergana Valley, what is now Uzbekistan, and there he saw something extraordinary: horses, not the shaggy steppe ponies of the Xiongnu. These were tall, muscular, bred for war. He called them heavenly horses, and he knew if China could trade silk for these horses, it could defeat the steppe raiders forever. So he returned 15 years after he had left and told the emperor, there are rich lands beyond the deserts, and they want what we have, silk, not the coarse fabric of shepherds, but the shimmering cloth of dragons, so fine it could pass through the eye of a needle. In the West, silk was unknown, mysterious. It shimmered like water and weighed like air. The Roman elite would pay its weight in gold just to wear it, so the caravans began. From Chang'an, the imperial capital, came horses laden with bolts of silk, porcelain, lacquerware, paper. Through Dunhuang, past ancient caves carved with prayers, into the mountains of Pamir and the burning sands of the Karakum. This was not one road. It was a web, 1,000 tiny threads crossing each other like rivers in the desert. Merchants met at oases. Sogdian traders translated between Chinese, Persian, and Greek. Camels carried secrets. And in every market, in every tea house, under every tent, stories passed faster than goods. By the 1st century BCE, the Romans were wearing Chinese silk. The Chinese were eating grapes from Persia. And somewhere in the middle, an Armenian caravan leader was trading honey from Georgia for blue dyes from India. The world was touching hands for the first time, not through war, through trade, through curiosity, through silk. But there were dangers too. Sandstorms could bury an entire caravan in an hour. Bandits stalked the high passes, and worse, diseases. Germs hitchhiked on the backs of merchants. Fleas traveled in bundles of wool. The road gave life and carried death, but still they came. From China, Persia, India, Bactria, Arabia. From Rome, the Silk Road was not just a trade route. It was an idea that strangers could meet, that people could talk, that the world could be bigger than borders, and it all started with one man, riding west into a desert, chasing the unknown.